So we've had another request for a group release. I'm fine with that. I like these as well. That's a good one. So, yeah. The topic is AI. Uh, it really is coming into our experience quickly, and a lot of us are frightened. We don't know what the hell this is. AI appears as these bizarre images on our Facebook feed, right? And people seem to be using it to write all kinds of things. And it's like, well, what am I reading? What am I looking at? What's real anymore? But what's real? That's really the question. And what's the point of humans? Why do we need to have humans around? We just give all the jobs away to the AI, and then what happens? Or even worse, maybe the AI decides that, well, we're so smart. Why do we need these carbon-based life forms anyway? There's the idea of the singularity. I'll leave it at that. I don't need to explain that concept. So lots of fear, lots of uncertainty. So just allow all of this to be here as best you can. The fear of AI, artificial intelligence. Just notice all that comes up in relation to that. Notice what's happening in the body. The body is like a listening instrument sometimes. It registers, emotion registers there. Notice how the body reacts to all of this fear around AI. And notice also how the mind reacts. The job of the mind, as it thinks anyway, thinks. The mind is there to help preserve us and protect us. That's the role that it plays. It's always scanning for danger. And it does play a role in physical survival, right? But in our modern world, we don't have much physical threat. And so a lot of mental activity goes into trying to figure out absolutely everything. And the mind. How does the mind react to artificial intelligence? All the thoughts, all the stories, the belief. Notice all of this together. And give it space. Give it a moment. And let's take a radical step. Not the one that we want to, not normally, but just for now, could you welcome all of what's being experienced? Welcome all of the body's reaction. And welcome the mind. Invite it just to do what the mind does. Allow all of this to take place. Give it space. Not forever, just for now. And only as best you can. And notice what happens with that welcoming and that allowance. Pay attention to how things move and shift, to how the mind's mental activity moves and shifts. Just allow all of it to be here and allow all of it to do what it does. And just for now, could you let that go? Would you let that go? And when? Take a breath or two. Allow things to be as they are. Let's go back to the original question. AI, artificial intelligence, silicon versus human. Notice what comes up. Notice fear, reactivity in the body, discomfort, pain, sensation in the physical being. Notice. And also notice the mind, all that it does, memories, thoughts. Notice how it reacts. And then check for any resistance to any and all of this. Notice the pushing away, the holding on, the desire for control. As best you can, just notice resistance and give that space to the natural human tendency to resist and want to control. Since it's here, could you just give it space? And then, does this feel personal? Do you feel threatened? Does that sense of me, my story, my identity, who I am? Notice that feeling of the person. How personal. My story, me. Contained within that very often is that judgment because you know you shouldn't, or you know you should. Judgment, right? Notice that. Give that space, allow that. Just as best you can. Yes. Just as best you can. And let's check and see, is any of this personal? Excuse me, is any of this you? Is this you? Or are you that which experiences, that which perceives? Are you that which is aware of these thoughts, of these sensations? Are you that which is aware? And by the way, any answer that comes up is perfectly acceptable. No worries. So just accept whatever answer came and just rest with that for just a moment. Just rest. Allow all to be as it is, just for now, just like that. Good. Wonderful request.